Hi, welcome saxophone players. We're going to talk about making sure your saxophone is set up so you're ready to play. So this is before we even start number one in our books. So we're going to talk about having your neck strap, your mouthpiece, and your reed all set up correctly. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that everything up here looks good. My neck is a little loose, so I'm going to give it just one little tighten with my screw. Not too tight, but I don't want it to be super wiggly. I don't want it to swivel around on me while I'm trying to play. And then I want to make sure that the mouthpiece is facing the right direction. You want the saxophone to come to you. You don't want to have to go to the saxophone. It looks weird if I have to play like this or like this. I'm going to end up with hurting my neck. So I'm going to move the mouthpiece. I want to make sure my reed is even with the top of the mouthpiece. All right? I have the top of the wood about even with the top of the black. So they're both sticking up about the same. Make sure your ligature is down below the little U in the wood. I don't know if you can see that. The reed has a little U-shaped heart, and we want the ligature down just below that. If it's sitting too high, it's going to affect the reed. And then we don't want the reed to be too tight because it will choke the reed, and then we can't get a very good sound. So we just want to make it on just tight enough that it's not going to fall off. But if I still poked it with my finger, it's going to come off nice and easily. So just tight enough that it's not going to fall off on its own. Good. All right, and then I want to hold the saxophone off to my side, but I can't reach it. So I need to make my neck strap shorter. So I'm going to pull this up. Still a little short, maybe I'm getting closer. I'm going to make it just a little more shorter. So that I can play without holding the saxophone up. It should be hanging on my neck so that my fingers are free to do the buttons, do all the keys. I'm not using my fingers to hold up the saxophone. All right. Saxophone's ready to go. I have my right hand on the bottom under my thumb rest. My left hand is on the top on my little thumb rest here. And I'm ready to go.